Hey out there, all you hobbyists. It's Agnostic God from Atlantis Gaming Group, and I'm going to go through real quickly here just a quick rundown on how I paint my Hellhounds. Um, Here is a magnetized Hellhound, so there's the three different bits for the front, so I can do a standard Hellhound or the Bane Wolf, or even the Devil Dog variant. Now I've got here basically it broken out into super groups. I've got the main tank here without the back barrels. They're here. I'm going to do those separately so that I can paint down here in the barrels themselves and not miss an area. I have, of course, the back, which will go on after I assemble it. The top, which will go on top of it, of course, after I assemble it. And then, of course, the turret and the three different tips for the turret for the different guns. Again, all magnetized. I didn't on this one magnetize this front gun, but I typically do. I am going to do a Chimera build video and a Chimera paint video soon, and you'll see how I magnetize those when I do those. So basically, what I do is I do this nice camouflage, two-tone camo pattern, and to do that I use standard Krylon camouflage flat paint, and I base coat first with this tan color, and then I tape with standard painter's tape, and then rebase coat the areas that are going to be green with, again, Krylon camouflage ultra flat spray can or spray paint, and that gets my basic pattern down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and come back in between the steps of the tan and the green to show you the taping, and then I'll do the green, and we'll go from there. So here it is. It's finished. We've got a tan paint, the tan color painted onto it, spray painted onto it. So I've got that section right there. That's the back end. There's the top. There's the main deal. We of course painted the tips of the guns black and the barrels black, because those are going to be metals. I'm going to put those in like a rusted metal kind of a deal, and the base there is going to be way down deep, so I just want it to be black so that when people look down in there you just can't see it. And then for the green, what I do here is I basically take painter's tape, just normal blue painter's tape. I run the painter's tape, kind of cut it on my little board here with an X-Acto knife, and then I run painter's tape in patterns over it, and then I spray it with the green Krylon. So we'll be right back, and I'll show you after I paint it with the green. So here they are. We've got them painted green now. They're still got the tape on them, and I don't let them dry very long before I take the tape off, but you got to be very careful taking the tape off, otherwise you'll pull up some of your paint. So just kind of be careful. Let's try and see if I can do this here. Here we go. Ready? We're going to take the paint off. Take the tape off. You just kind of peel it. Kind of go slow. Don't get overzealous with the process. Here we go. Take the tape off. Oh, there we go. Dropping my camera here. Okay, sorry. Dropped the camera there. But basically, you saw what I was doing. Just taking the tape off. That's kind of what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off the rest of them and kind of show you everything after the tape has been taken off. Okay, here we go. So the green is on, the tape is off. Next step would be to start in on the details. I like to go in and I'll black out the pieces that I hadn't painted yet, black out any other pieces that are going to get painted other colors, and then start in on the base coat for my drums and stuff. So I'll I'll do a little bit of detail work, getting prep work done, and I'll be back to show you what I did. Okay, so now that we've got the details blacked out, so here we can see I've base coated the tracks, some of the pipe work and detail work on the side, of course any metal pieces, the Aquilas, pipe work. It's hard to see there, but all the little gadgets and sensors and stuff there. I did the fan on the back and the pipe work there as well. The Aquila and the pipe work here. I also did the bottom here. Nobody's really going to see it, but the black will just make sure that nobody notices it if they do happen to somehow get an angle underneath there. So got all those blacked out. So the next step will be any metal will get done. So I'll get all the pipes, the guns, the barrels here will get coated with a base of like a bolt gun metal to start with. So I'm going to do that, and I'll come back with the next step. Okay, so here we are. We've got the metal done. So the tracks are now painted. The piping is now painted. I was able to get all three, keep them apart here, all three of the tips painted. I did paint some metal on the underside here. You'll notice some splotches and stuff like that. Those will become chips and flaky paint and stuff like that from the barrels coming in and out. Now you probably won't hardly see that on the back there, but I did it anyways. Got the barrels painted. I didn't paint up here because waste of paint. Nobody's going to see it. It's going to be way underneath under here. So didn't worry about that, but did get everything else. Get all the way around. Got down inside there. It's kind of hard to see in there, but yeah, you kind of got way down inside there. Got those. Got all the little details here done. Started doing some chips around the Aquila where I had some paint mistakes and stuff like that. So an easy way to kind of cover up your mistakes. Have the fan here. Got it done. Now we're going to go into some washes. Going to wash the metals with the Devlin mud. Any place that's got metal is going to get that Devlin mud. I'll probably start with some of the white for the for like the skulls and things like that. I'll put in my base coat of blue on this little window here, and then I'll come back and show you where I'm at. Okay, we're back. So here we go. We've now Devlin mudded the metal, all the metal everywhere. I went ahead and did the blue on the window, the little viewport here. The Aquilas have now been kind of base colored, and so have the skull and wing emblems on the back and on the side. So they've been base colored as well, with white and like an antique copper. I've also added antique copper highlights to the side, some more in here. I antique coppered the tops of the cans, the connections to the cans. Antique coppered the handles, the on-off handles, just to kind of give it some detail. I also antique coppered the one of the bits here. I can get it up here so you can see it. So there it is. It's been antique coppered. To focus here. There it is. So on the side there, a little tip: if you've got magnetized pieces, just a little bottle cap, just a little metal bottle cap off the top of some bottle or something like that, or some other little piece of metal works great as a holder for them. Just to keep them while they're drying, so they don't get all smudged and all over the place, and you don't lose them that way. So next steps is to start kind of highlighting. So I'll start highlighting the Aquilas. I will wash the copper with Griffin Sepia, and to kind of get in the recesses of that, and then just some more detail work. I'm pretty close, I think, to being done with the what I consider the wet work. So I'll finish through the wet work detailing, show you kind of what it looks like, and then be back after that. Okay, so the wet work I think is pretty much done. I got the details there worked out. Basically all the wet paint work is complete. Here's some of those deals. The write in, I'm put Inferno on this one, so I have to write that in at a later date. Probably one of the last things I do. But all the shading and highlighting and detail work, I think, at least paint-wise, is done. So I'm going to assemble. I'm going to go ahead and assemble, and when I get it assembled, I'll do a quick break-in, and then we'll move on to what I call dry work, which is basically weathering powder and chipping. So, which I guess is paint as well, but we'll do the chipping and stuff like that once it's all put together.